Congratulations, first and foremost. And here goes my section of this. The advice about being a dad and why you're going to rule at it. So, from my perspective, the advice I'd give is to really just be understanding, but still also be firm in kind of what you think and where your values lie. So, that can also mean that when you're dealing with the different things, that you're going to need to allow for all kinds of emotions and really allow for that. Let somebody feel those things, let them experience those different bits, and remember that children don't really have a fully developed emotional core until like their mid 20s. So, keeping that in mind and really kind of working with them on that and working through that with them is very helpful. On top of that, actively listen. That's obviously a good one for all these things. Don't just listen to respond. A lot of the time, it's trying to kind of pick out the themes in between things people say, and then just make sure that you confirm that with your child going forward to say, like, here's what I'm hearing, right? And really understand what they're going after. Also, let them fail, let them make mistakes, let them kind of learn within those things, obviously within reason. Because some of those lasting memories and those lasting things that you do learn happen so much more concrete from these different scenarios where, like, hey, I remember doing this thing and really struggling with it, but then I really got a good solution to it. And there's also a sense of achievement a lot of times with that. It's kind of like the IKEA furniture paradox, right? Like, even though people sometimes hate putting it together, they usually look at it and go, hey, that was kind of cool that I ended up making that. As to why you're going to be awesome at it, why you're going to be a rad dad, you're this never-ending spring of positivity is probably the easiest way of putting it. And you have one of the most, if not the most, infectious smiles that I've ever come across. Not to mention that y'all both are extremely positive and you bring people together. You bring people around a concept. You're willing to listen, cooperate, understand, that sort of thing. And you're both open to new experiences, perspectives, and conversations. As for Shauna's side, she wanted to emphasize the concept of put your mask on first, right? Like they tell you in the airplanes and on the airlines. And don't hesitate to ask for help. That's a big one because you're going to need it. You're going to kind of not know who you are half the time. And this was a really good one that I really liked that she said, which is take photos of mom and baby, even if they don't necessarily want the photos, because they will later. She also said to enjoy the snuggles and to really just be in the moment as much as you can. And also understand that your plans are going to get messed up all the time and to make sure you're flexible and fluid. And her take on the why will you be awesome at it was that there are certain traits that someone has to have, and you have all of them, which is curiosity, empathy, wonder, patience, emotional intelligence, playfulness, that sort of thing. So from both of us here in Minnesota, we wish both of y'all a really good time with your child, and we can't wait to hear more about it. All right. Bye, y'all.